Sound a little laggy.
When you're lonely, am I ever on your mind? I'm constant repeat. Is it me that you want? Do you realize I could have been the one to change your life? You could have had a
Hello, everyone. It's Nuclear Calillo back with you guys for another show, another live show. I have a special guest today. We're going to be promoting the big event of the fall here in the Red Pill space. We have Paul Bauer. Before I introduce my special guest, you guys know where to find me, twitter.com, Calillo Nuclear. Follow the channel, like the video, guys. Subscribe to both my and Paul's channel if you haven't already. I'm going to start moving shows to Tuesday and Thursday around 7:30. Today we started a little early because we wanted to accommodate our guests today. But join the Patreon, guys. I'm writing articles once a week, stuff, really actionable advice, mental models, and all that stuff to get you guys, especially you young guys, going in the dating scene and stop losing hope and moving forward in life, right? So without further ado, let's introduce our special guest today, Paul Bauer, aka the World Manosphere Champion. Let us know who you are, Paul.
Yeah, Luke. I came here to chew bubblegum and kick jabroni's asses, and I'm all out of bubblegum. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, for the love of God, too sweet me. Somebody too sweet me. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. Yeah, we're here to promote Fall Fight Club. You see, I am the undisputed World Manosphere Champion. I climbed to the mountaintop. I scratched and clawed my way through all the crap in the Manosphere to become number one. Okay. And that jabroni Glenn Lawrence decided he was going to challenge me for a match that was supposed to happen in the summertime. Supposed to be a little match called Summer Smash. If you remember, Nuke, do you remember Summer Smash?
Yes, I remember Summer Smash. Something happened. Someone got sick during Summer Smash. Something.
Yeah, like that jabroni ended up in the hospital. I don't know what happened. You know, there's some hearsay, there's some speculation. Some people think that I may have had a hand in that. Whatever. Okay, it's all he said, she said at this point. There's no evidence. All right. It's not what you know, is what you can prove. You know what I mean, Nuke? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay,
so yeah, there's allegations that Glenn Lawrence faked being ill to get out of Summer Smash. For those are just allegations.
Well, I don't know about that. He told the internet. He put out a video on the internet that said that I poisoned him, and that's why his kidneys were failing. And that's why he couldn't go to Summer Smash. But it doesn't make any sense, though, Nuke, because he called the promoter and asked the promoter to push back the fight. And I was like, what? We can't call it Summer Smash if it's in October, you idiot. you know, like, what? Summer Smash in October? That doesn't make sense. So it turns out that their marketing team already was on top of it. They called it Fall Fight Club. So that's where we're at now. That's where we're at.
All right. Fall Fight Club. I like the name. It will be fall, so that makes sense. And
you know who's going to fall? Glenn Lawrence. Glenn Lawrence is going to fall. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I told Glenn Lawrence that you said to start getting his funeral arrangements in order and start writing his will and getting all that patch squared away. So
look. Pro wrestling isn't ballet. Okay, it's not ballet. All right, it's two men getting physical, settling things in the middle of the ring, as it should be.
Yeah. So how did this all start? Who started this? I know you hold the belt. So did he just want your belt? He couldn't handle you having the belt. How did this all start?
Yeah, well, I mean, it all started. I mean, the Manosphere is a very competitive place, as you know. You're an up and comer. You're fresh, hot talent that's coming up in the Manosphere. And it's a dog eat dog world out here, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've just been battling people left and right. There's lots of beefs, and I earned my spot. I earned my spot at the top of the mountain. Let's just say that. And this belt proves it. Okay, it's possession is 9/10 of the law, and I have the belt. So that's all you need to know about that. But yeah, it turns out that jabroni Glenn Lawrence, he's a little something of a tough guy himself, and he's been scratching and clawing and moving his way through the Manosphere, and he's managed to fight his way to the #1 contender spot, which is pretty impressive. You know, you can't you gotta give the guy some credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? And Glenn is no slouch. You know, that guy is a tough son of a gun. And so yeah, he challenged me for the spot, and I'm not gonna let him have it. I'm not gonna let him have it, Luke or Nuke. Sorry, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so very interesting, you know, because Glenn has been training a lot, and you guys tend to criticize each other's trainings and preparation. So, what would you say about Glenn Lawrence's preparation for this fight? For this, what did you call it? This scrimmage for you, but fight for him.
Yeah. So I mean, Glenn, he's been hitting the gym pretty heavy. You know, he's been lifting heavy, which is nice. You know, it's nice, but I'll tell you what. Lifting 300 pounds above your head isn't going to stop you from getting hit by a steel chair. You know what I mean? Like it's good to have if he can get his hands on top of me. But as you know, I'm more of an endurance person. Okay. So Glenn, he's working on all this muscles and stuff like that, but that's not going to help him breathe. Okay. He also vapes. Okay. He's a vapor. You know what I mean? And I am working on my lung capacity on a daily basis. I run 5 to 6 miles every single day, Monday through Friday. And so I have the win for this. And that's important in a fight, Nuke, because if you can't breathe, you can't fight. All right. So
yeah,
on top of that, I'm working on speed and agility because he is bigger than me. He has a weight advantage on me. And if he gets his hands on me, I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. So I've got to stay out of his arm reach, and I've got to work him enough and stay flexible, you know, like Muhammad Ali, you know, I gotta move like a butterfly and sting like a bee. You know, as he swings for me, I gotta be able to duck and move. You know what I mean? I gotta go under that. And I just gotta get him to overexert himself enough to where he's winded and he just can't go anymore. And that's where I'll get him. That's where I'm going to capitalize on that jabroni.
So I haven't heard about Glenn Lawrence's any of his special moves. Is there any special moves that you have, or is that all going to be a surprise on fight day?
Well, I actually, I knew what I was going to do. I just didn't have a catchy name for it. I actually put it out on social media, what my signature finishing move is going to be. And the people voted on it. Actually, they voted on it being called the 304. So that's my finisher move. It's called the 304. You know, a really great wrestler, legend in his own right. I think he's a WWE Hall of Famer. A guy by the name of Rey Mysterio. He has a little move called the 619. The 619. Okay, and my move is also named after a number, the 304, which you know has significant meaning here in the Manosphere. But my move is not like Rey Mysterio's. Like I'm not swinging through ropes, kicking dudes through faces. Mine, it's much more painful and aggressive. It's more of a mandible claw type move. You know what I mean? It's more of a submission type move. And if I get that sumbitch locked in, there's no defense for it. There's no defense for it because it's so painful.
Okay. Sounds like he's in for a lot of World of Hurt.
Yeah. He doesn't want me to lock that in on him.
So the way, what is the message you want to send to Glenn with your fighting? Is this hey, I want to bury you, or I want to teach you a lesson so you never come back or disrespect me again? Like, what's the lesson you want to teach here?
The lesson that Glenn Lawrence is going to walk away with is,
if he walks away,
yeah,
if he's
if he
able
can
to.
even walk, right? If he can even walk. But Glenn's takeaway from this will be that he should have never challenged me for this title.
Mm.
Yeah. And it's also going to send a message to anybody else out there that thinks that they want a shot at the undisputed world Manosphere Championship. It's going to be like putting the proverbial head on a pike. It's just going to serve as a warning to everyone else not to mess with me. This is mine. Okay. And no one's taking this from me.
Would you say, what out of all the legends that you've learned from and that you've seen, which one do you think you take after the most?
Oh, I take a little bit of here and there. For this fight, though, specifically, I have drawn on my training from the legendary Rey Mysterio. You may not know this, but he is widely regarded as the Giant Killer, which is very important in this match because Glenn is bigger than me. He's stronger than me. I think he outweighs me by 100 pounds. And it's not just all fat. I mean, that guy's a muscle-bound meathead. And so I have to look at old matches. I'm studying them. I've actually met the legendary Rey Mysterio. So I've got to draw on his energy and what he does in those types of matches. And he uses his speed and agility. And that's how the smaller guys are going to beat the bigger guys in a match like this.
Okay. Is there any inspirations, of old wrestlers, back in the day, wrestlers, old school? Is there any inspiration or any lessons that you learned from them and their careers?
Oh yeah. I if anybody ever asked me who my favorite wrestler of all time is, it's always Stone Cold. Stone Cold Steve Austin's probably my number one go-to for that. He was just a badass mofo, just a white boy, beer drinking. He would go and stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to do to Glenn Lawrence as well. Then there's other guys like Ric Flair. They had a little bit of pizzazz to them, so they didn't just show up in the ring and bring the physicality. They showboated a little bit. You know what I mean? They did the little styling and profiling walks. I'm going to be doing that a little bit because it's good to be cocky. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Glenn seems to be more quiet. And do you think that's fear? Is that why he's quiet, or is he? What is he cooking? What is he doing?
Honestly, just to be perfectly honest, he is just a busy guy. He's a busy guy. I think he would be cutting more wrestling promos if Rollo Tomasi didn't have such a short leash on that guy.
Oh no!
Yeah, and like, hey, look, it is what it is, and it's good. It's good for his career. But Rollo has that guy running around doing 50 different things. You might have heard him call himself Mr. Producer. He's just a busy guy. Otherwise, I think he would be cutting more promos and taking this more seriously, but he's not. And I'm going to use that to my advantage on October 7th.
Yeah. So have you also, I know you talked about like Rey Mysterio being like your fighting style, and you talked about Ric Flair. What do you think Glenn looks up to? What do you think? What fighting styles he's going to come with? Is he going to come with?
Well, that's the thing. He and I, we've both been taking John Fitch's, practical self-defense course. And so I think Glenn's going to come into this with more of an MMA type style. The thing is, this isn't an MMA match. So I think it's like he's training for football when we're going to go play basketball. It just doesn't make sense. It's just a totally different sport. I mean, they're similar. They're both combat sports. There are, championship belts in MMA, but it's just not the same type of physicality. It's not the same type of mentality that you have to have going into it. And so I think that's going to be a problem for him. when he comes in to, take me to the ground for a ground and pound, and I'm, I put him in a Hurricane Rana. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not going to expect something like that.
All right. So how's their aerial game? Like, do you think you can come crash from the heavens, or are you more of a ground fighter? Like, what do you like to do?
Yeah, look, I'm all about being real. Okay. And here's the thing. I'm not about the flips. I'm all about the fists. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So yeah, there's some guys out there that like to do cartwheels and dive outside the rings. I'm gonna get Glenn in a headlock, and I'm just gonna hold it there. And I'm just gonna
yeah.
hold it there until I choke his ass out. You know what I mean? There's no need to overexert yourself by climbing to the top rope. And I mean, that's just a risky maneuver in itself. Like, you have no protection as you're climbing to the top rope. It's kind of a dumb thing to do, honestly. You never see Randy Orton doing that. You know what I mean? Randy Orton's a smart guy. He's a 12-time world champion. He doesn't dive outside the ring. He doesn't need to.
Mm,
And then neither do I. Okay. Because there's better ways of doing it. And there's more effective ways of doing it. I can still be light on my feet and quick around Glenn without having to bounce off the ropes like a goddamn, gerbil on crack. You know what I mean?
So what message do you have for Glenn Lawrence's team? His trainers, his advisors, his promo people, his friends. What do you have? What message do you have for them?
You guys might want to just bring a whole box of towels, because while I'm putting that beating on him, you're going to want to throw a towel in. So you want to make sure you have some to spare. Okay. Okay. That's all I got to say. Just make sure you have
towels.
Make sure all you guys have towels handy so that you can throw him in the middle of that ring when he's getting his ass absolutely handed to him. Because you're going to want to end that embarrassment. You know what I mean? And also you're not going to want that guy to suffer any serious brain damage.
Yeah, we don't want that. We want a nice clean fight. So now that we've gotten that out the way, what's the message to his fans, his loyal fans? What do you got to say to his fans?
You guys are picking the wrong pony, pal. You're picking the wrong pony. All right. This guy is going to come out on top. I'm going to retain the World Manosphere Championship. All right. He's not taking this from me. So if you're putting all your money on him, you made the wrong bet.
All right. Yeah. So there you go, guys. Message to his team, Glenn Lawrence, and his fans. I think Paul's been pretty clear on that. Also, will there be any merch coming out of this fight or anything related?
I haven't really thought about that. I should probably put some merch together. I'll tell you what, I guarantee when I retain this title, I'm probably going to put out some World Manosphere Championship merch for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think a promo shirt would be pretty cool. Just a promo shirt. I would definitely rock it. That's for sure. You have one customer here. If I can get a World Manosphere Championship.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get with our merch design team and get that out there. At least the logo of us getting ready, right, for Fall Fight Club. Yeah, we should.
Right. Yeah.
Good idea. I like the cut of your jib, Nuke.
So could you tell people where you can get your other merch? Because I know you have merch. I got the Rule Zero shirt. It's in the wash because I use it so much now. But could you guys tell the people watching where they can get your Rule Zero merch? It's good stuff, guys, by the way.
Yeah, you can get a Rule Zero hat, Rule Zero hoodies and t-shirts and coffee mugs at merch.comeonmanpod.com, along with some other stuff. If you're into the red pill space, I've got red pilled merchandise. There's a gal on Instagram. Her name is Elena's. She's followed me from the Dragon Ship, and she bought literally all of my merch. she's got all the t-shirts, all the hoodies. And she wears them in videos where she's debunking sort of blue pill, crappy dating advice that women are giving. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool seeing my merch out there like that.
Guys, Elena, her channel is Elena's Bar Fitness. She's a great gal. She's one of our favorite Shield maidens on the Dragon Ship. So give her a follow. She's also a really good pianist and just all around good person. Also, God bless you, Elena, if you're watching. All right, so yeah, I think merch would be really nice for this fight. Gets and then I would definitely wear it. I think it would be fun to wear it. So something to consider. Obviously you guys got a lot going on, but something for the future. What message do you have to your own fans that are rooting for you, that just want that want this to be over, want this to be settled? What do you have to say to them?
Yeah, keep the faith, guys. Keep the faith. This match is going to happen. You guys absolutely are back in the right horse here, and just make sure that you say your prayers and take your vitamins, okay? Because I'm bringing this home. I'm bringing the championship back home.
All right. So you said there was an issue with the venue, or not the venue, but the event. Could you explain to us what you guys are cooking or how you guys are solving that right now?
Yeah. So to get this going, Glenn reached out to a promoter. Oh, look at this. Look at this son of a gun. Is that the real Glenn Lawrence? You never can tell. You never can tell. But this jabroni Glenn Lawrence, this jabroni Glenn Lawrence, he worked with a booker, okay? And I don't want to.
That's Billy. That's Billy.
It is Billy.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here, you pretender. You're pretending to be a pretender. That's sad. So I don't want to name names, but the promotion company was called Big Valley Wrestling. And we were supposed to work with those jabronis, and they had an event coming up October 7th. They're one of the reasons why we had to push this back to October. Not just because Glenn was poisoned, although that did have a big thing to do with it, but they were actually having a live event October 7th. It was going to be at a high school in Las Vegas, and the proceeds were going to go to help out the athletic program of that high school. So this event actually was going to go, a portion of it was going to go to help out these kids. And they actually asked Glenn and I if we would front some of that money, and we were going to use some of the proceeds to offset that cost. Right. So if you guys buy the pay-per-view, that was going to go to help these kids out. Well, the promoter, like if you go and look at Big Valley Wrestling and you go and look at the type of wrestling that they put out, they occasionally have some very questionable, how do I say this? Alphabet soup type events. You know what I mean? Like a very rainbow colorful events. You know what I mean? No, do you understand? Do you smell what I'm cooking here?
Yeah.
Okay, We're talking about LGBTQRSTUV type events, and so a lot of their wrestlers, let's just say they lean a little left, it seems like, and the promoter and some of the wrestlers, I guess, went through some of Glenn's and my content and found it offensive. They found it misogynistic, and so they pulled the rug out from under us. Just yesterday, Glenn got a call saying, you guys aren't welcome at our event. You guys can't come now. So, yeah, which was a huge blow to Glenn and I, mainly Glenn, because he's going to lose anyway. So, I mean, but I mean, it's just unfortunate. So, one thing is that now the guy that runs the event, he's trying to keep his wrestlers happy, right? They're offended by our stuff, but the promoter himself, he has rings in his backyard at his own private residence. So Glenn's going to ask him if we can use those rings. Now, if that guy is like, no, you can't even use those rings, Glenn has another plan where he's going to reach out to, so there was some guy that runs a boxing gym or an MMA gym or a combo MMA boxing gym there in Vegas. And that guy is the guy that put Glenn in contact with the Big Valley Wrestling in the first place. Mm-hmm. So Glenn's going to, a plan sort of C is that Glenn's going to ask that guy if we can do this match in a boxing ring, which would not be fun for Glenn Lawrence because it's stiff as hell. A boxing ring is not the same as a wrestling ring. Okay. A wrestling rings have a little more give to it because they're designed.
They give.
they're designed to be slammed on. In boxing rings, you're not supposed to be slamming people around, so they're stiff as hell. So Glenn's not going to like it when I choke slam his ass on a boxing ring. But hey, you know, it is what it is. The show must go on. Now, if that doesn't happen, we do have a contingency plan on top of that. I'll keep that to myself right now, but that's that's where we're at right now. It's going to happen. The travel's already booked. Glenn's already talked to other people. You're coming out for this, right, Nuke?
Yeah, I was about to. I'm about to make we call it ask for PTO, which I already like kind of talked to my people about it. So
yeah, okay.
I guess I'll just try to. That's what I was waiting on, to make sure that the venue, everything was in place. That way, I could get like a hotel nearby, you know, close by, and then I can meet you guys. And then if whatever you guys need help with, I'm just happy to help. I just, you know, this will be a lot of fun for me. So I'll try my best to come out there. It'll only be like I'll fly in the night before.
Winners don't try, Nuke. Winners don't try, they do. Okay, so come out or don't come out. You know what I mean?
Looks like, looks like you have one of Glenn Lawrence's fans in the chat.
Yeah, the bald guy always loses. Really, the Rock is bald. Stone Cold Steve Austin is bald. Get the hell out of here, you jabroni. You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
So apparently, you know, we could be getting infiltrated by a lot of Glenn's followers and all that stuff. You guys know that Paul is the host of Come On Man podcast. He has exceptional guests. He has a super hot girlfriend, and he has some really good fans. So Glenn Lawrence and his followers should be scared, right? Is that what you're trying to come tell them?
Well, I don't know if they should be scared because of my super hot girlfriend. She's actually really sweet. You know, she's not really intimidating, but yeah, I mean, like I think I have a bigger following than Glenn Lawrence, and so I have more people in my corner. You know what I mean?
Okay. So hopefully you guys figure that out. Please keep us updated. So Paul, before the end of the show, please share the link for the event, and that way my followers can support. I will support, and the best I can, and it'll be a great show. It'll be a great fight. Let me see what else I could ask you.
I don't think I don't know if you've wrenched me, so let me give you the link and you can share it there in the live chat.
Okay, yeah, just set in the private. How did I not? I haven't wrenched yet.
I thought I gave you a. Did I not give you a link? Did I not give you a link?
I don't maybe think I did. Twitter.
Hold on, let me look on Twitter here. Did you give me your? Yeah, you had to create a Gumroad email. Did you do that?
I don't think I did.
You bastard.
Yeah, I will create that.
Okay, well, you can share this link then. This one will get them pay-per-view tickets to watch the event. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Right. It doesn't matter if Big Valley Wrestling is offended or not. We're still good. That's not going to stop Glenn and I from settling our differences. You know what I mean? I'm going to drop this in the private chat. You can share that with people in the live chat and maybe update the description with that.
So in the Red Pill space, we're going to wrap up here soon. The Red Pill space, the Manosphere, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of this new term, this new thing that everyone wants to do called debating, right? And us Red Pill content creators, we're already living the life we want based on the things that we learned from the Red Pill. Why don't we start doing this instead of debating? Why don't we invite people to the ring and teach them a lesson?
Debating is for women and children. Debating is for women and children. Okay, there's lots of master debaters out there in the manosphere. Okay, but nothing changes. A lot of people will go and listen to a debate, but they're not going to have their minds changed. You know what I mean? They go in with a preconceived idea. They leave with that same goddamn idea. They go in trying to hear what they want to hear with a confirmation bias, and they leave with the same ideas, right? Nothing, it never changes anybody's mind. It's a large waste of time. It wastes everybody's time to have a debate. What ends up fixing things is violence. Okay. Violence solves everything.
Violence is the answer.
Get a history book, okay? How did we solve our little British problem in 1776? We fucking killed those guys, okay? That's what happened. And we had a little help from the French, but they came in, we kicked some ass, and now we're America, okay? What happened in World War II? Did we go and debate the bad guys over in Europe, in Germany? We can't even use their real names because YouTube. No, we went over there and we blew some shit up. You know what I mean? Violence solves everything. Grab a history book. It makes more sense than debating. Master debaters.
Yeah. Exactly. So, guys, we're tired of debating here in the space, and we're just going to take it to the ring. So from now on, we're not going to debate intersexual dynamics. We're not going to debate whether we should get married or not.
Matt Walsh, you're next, you son of a bitch, in the center of a ring. I'm gonna put you in a fucking walls of Jericho and make you tap out, and then you got to divorce your wife when I'm done.
Yes. There's nothing to debate, guys, and you can't use a straw man or ad hominem or whatever, because everyone on Rule Zero has a different type of relationship. And it's all working for them. And I wonder why that is. Is it because they did it the right way, your way, my way? No, they did it their way. They're doing it right. And for Fall Fight Club, Paul's gonna fight his way, and Glenn's gonna fight his way. So we'll see what happens. And I don't think Paul and Glenn are gonna let this canceling of the event get in the way. This is going to happen, guys. And
come hell or high water, or high water, I'm gonna fucking elbow drop that son of a bitch.
So this is gonna happen. So you guys have the link in the chat. October 7th, it's gonna go down. You have a time yet, Paul?
Yeah. So
or at least what are we aiming for?
So for the way it's gonna work is, and it's always been this way, is we were going to go out. We're actually going to have the actual match October 7th, right? But people aren't going to be able to see it live. Most people aren't. You're an exception, Nuke, because we actually like you. But most people aren't, right? So they're going to have to wait a week or two after the fact, and then they're going to be able to watch it on Gumroad. If you guys like Glenn Lawrence, which I don't know why you would, hit up Glenn. He's got his own link to this match. Your money will directly support Glenn. If you go to fight.comeonmanpod.com, that money supports me. You're actually backing me if you use my link. So if you don't fucking like me for whatever reason, use Glenn's link. I don't care. Okay. But this is going to happen no matter what.
All right. So guys, fans, spectators, haters, whatever you are, this is going to happen whether you like it or not. It has to happen. Something has to give. And Paul's not going to give. Glenn is not going to give. It's going to be a clash of the Titans. The Manosphere is going to implode. What's going to happen? We don't know. Paul's going to win. We don't know. So guys, don't miss this opportunity to ask something exciting in the red pill. Or you guys can go to your little debates about what you should do with your penis and who you should stick it in. Or you can watch real masculine wrestling where men and women, you guys are invited to. I know you guys love this stuff. You don't want to tell us, but I know you love this stuff. So you can come and bring your children, bring your dog, put it on the TV, make it a family night, and watch this fight. You won't be disappointed. Paul, final words.
Look, this is basically the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Okay. We are going to see what happens when those two things collide, and it's going to be the fight of the century. You're not going to want to miss it. Get your tickets now. Fight.comeonmanpod.com.
All right, guys, and with that, we'll leave you guys. If you guys have any questions about it, please contact me or Paul. Please comment below any thoughts, any trash talking. Trash talking is always welcome, but at the end of the day, you got to put up or shut up. You either support Paul or support Glenn. And you guys, I wouldn't miss this for the world, right? So, guys, make sure you guys are locked in and ready to enjoy this fight. And have a good night. Bye.
When you're lonely, am I ever on your mind? A constant